All right, so this is going to be a Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and as well Gemini Rising, a weekly general tarot reading February 17th to February 23rd, 2020. And in case any of you guys is interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website from which you can purchase such a general reading. So with that being said, moving into the general tarot reading for the week for you Gemini, and the first card that we do have for you guys is going to be the Five of Cups, which represents the general topic and the theme of the week for you, followed by the next one, which represents the energies which are supporting and feeding up the topic here. That will be the Page of Wands. The third one that we do have, it refers to the challenges that you will have to overcome, and we do have the 10 swords into that position. The fourth one stands as the gifts and the blessings that you can enjoy throughout the week here. That will be the Four of Wands. Followed by the fifth card of the week for you, it is how people are going to see you, what kind of impression you are going to leave into people. We have the Knight of Swords. And the last card here, which stands as the guidance that Tarot is offering to you, Gemini, that is to be the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this week, by looking at the cards here, is going to be simultaneously a bit difficult for you to go through, because there are some tough calls that needs to be made. Okay, some really, how can I say it, an actions or decisions where you just cannot delay any longer to perform. And after, when this is done, then you are to embark on a how can I say it more, it's exhilarating, but let's say more productive and growing phase of your life. So let's have a look at the first two cards here, guys. Just 1 second to move the things a little bit around in my desk. So first two cards. Now we do have the energies of the Page of Wands, and when the Page of Wands appears as an energy, these energies are pushing one to stand its ground, but in a sense not exactly onto how can I say it, defend your position, but to stand your ground in a sense of what you want for yourself in the future. And that is going to have a big outlook into your career and into your relationship for throughout the week. Why? Well, because those who are not willing to follow you or to kind of like share your ideas or your expectations, say your love, if we're talking about relationship, or you know, your strive for a career development, those who does not share that, well, they are welcome to leave. Okay, and that is going to be what the energies are doing to you. You will become more and more intolerant to the shenanigans of those around you. You will become more and more intolerant, especially to those who are telling you you cannot do it. Okay, and more intolerant to people who are smothering you down, people who are stifling your progress moving forward, especially if it comes to these kind of like I would say it that way, and an ideas that others are seeing a bit immature, a bit childish. Okay, and it's kind of like a ideas Cinderella, like, you know, the Cinderella, the poor girl that falls in love with a prince, and you know, everybody tells her that she's not worthy, but at the end of the day it turns out that she is the only one worthy. Okay, so this is what we're talking about here, that you are to unfold your enthusiasm moving forward, and whoever isn't there to support it, they are welcome to basically leave. And that leads us to the situation here, which is the Five of Cups in that particular case. So the formation here, it is a active enemies and passive enemies, excuse me. And pretty much with these energies, that card points that you are to start denying failures, personal failures though, not cumulative failures. You can accept a failure in relationship, but you cannot accept a failure into being miserable, in a sense of that if your relationship face failure throughout this week, that is not going to stop you to search for love elsewhere. And same thing goes into for career as well. So the situation here itself points that your determination is going to be a much stronger than allowing disappointments or, like said, failures, losses as well to bring you down and to swipe you off your path. But instead, that determination will help you move further down the path that you have consciously chosen. And that is, in the grand scheme of things though, to be happy, to be successful, you know, to be lucrative. How, whom with, and where? Well, that depends entirely on the circumstances of the situation, and it doesn't look that you're gonna mind either way around. Like said, you know, if this person doesn't want to share his life with you, well, they're welcome to leave, because someone else will. If that job does not appreciate you enough as a valuable asset, well, that job can very well, you know, screw itself around, because other place is going to appreciate you as a valuable asset. So it's like this week, it is the week where you're kind of going to overcome yourself and overcoming those kind of aspects of your life that are making you feel bad for one or another thing, that are making you feel guilty as well. And surprisingly, you will start seeing more and more sense into the life that you are leading. Okay, that this life is going to lead you into a place that you definitely belong there. So the next one that we do have for you, Gemini, it will be the 10 swords, and we're coming to the rough part of the reading. So how you can do all that? Well, by making the tough calls and the rough decisions. Simply because the 10 of swords here points that you are on the brink of ending of one era and starting a new one. This is what the 10 of swords is all about. And when it comes to that point, some aspects of the old era needs to be cut swiftly, even if it hurts. And for that reason, the challenge for you is to be exactly that, to make the irrevocable decisions here. For example, to let go of certain partner or from certain people in your life, or to just abandon certain situations, to do the rough actions, the very irreversible actions here throughout this particular week, that is going to clear out a room so you the new opportunities or the new circumstances for growth can actually take place or can replace them, and you can start, you know, taking advantage of those new opportunities. So the 10 of swords can be seen more like a doing what you have to do in a very straightforward manner, instead of trying to be polite and touching things with a silk gloves. Just to give you an example here, say that you, throughout this week, you kind of like identify that your relationship is what is bringing you down, and the 10 of swords in that case, it does represent the challenge to face your partner and to simply say to them, you ain't worth it. Okay, I don't, for example, want to be with you anymore, and I want to split right now in this very moment. Because with the 10 of swords, there is no easy nor painless way to deliver the information that you want, or to make the actions that you are anticipating, and that exactly is going to be the challenge. Now with the 10 of swords as well, some of the pain will reflect you. Okay, so probably you will have to, with this card, end things that you would like not to end, but you alone are going to understand that that is necessary for you to proceed forward growing. For example, you love your job, but there is no more room for growth in that job, and sadly you have to leave it so you can find another place that will allow you to grow in there. That is just an example. And so the gifts and blessings, it is what we are coming into. That is to be the Four of Wands. So as a gift, this card points that while you are finalizing the very say, you know, final moves or final actions into the very last moments of the era that you're finding yourself at, career-wise or relationship-wise. By the way, the Ten of Swords that now that I'm thinking of is also very, how can I say it, common as an ultimatums. Okay, so for example, you know, that part or that state of the relationship you are in does not suit you anymore, and you confront your partner and say, look, we are either going to get married or we part ways. Okay, that is the tough call. So it's like an ultimatum. There is no going back after that. All right, that is the irreversible action that you are to do here in that particular case. So with the Four of Wands here, what was I about to say? It is that every single aspect and details have been carefully managed by you, that is. And as a gift and blessing in regards to that, at the end of the day, after that long slog, okay, after this hard work that you have put up until this moment in regards to your career life, in regards to your love life as well, is going to be rewarded. That is to be your gift and blessing one way or another. Because the Four of Wands is all about you know, celebrating the good fortune that is coming around, but it is also about finalizing a cycle of growth, and that will be your gift, that you this week are going to finalize a cycle of growth. And unfortunately, not everything that it is in this cycle can follow you into the next one, where you are going to grow even more than that. Okay, and therefore you have to simply do the heavy lifting here. There is no other way to say it. Next one, it is how people are gonna take you, what kind of impression you're gonna leave into the people around, and that will be the impression of the Knight of Swords. So first of all, people are gonna see how smart you are and how big intellectual capacity you do have to resolve problems, to solve your own personal dramas, for example. Okay, and it's simply that they are seeing you as a person who does have a plans, person who does have a contingency plans. Okay, and therefore, for example, your boss is not going to be able to press you anymore, because they will see that you do have other option available. You know, you do have a contingency plan. And also, by the way, people with this card are going to see how much you value yourself, because the Knight of Swords always makes actions and decisions based on what kind of emotions he does have, or in this case, you have. And therefore, if you have to do something, it is always for your greater good, okay, or for your well-being moving forward into the future, even if at that point it isn't something that you would like to do. And therefore, people are going to see you very unyielding and very determined to do what it takes in order to make yourself happy. And the last card that we do have for you, Gemini, is going to be the Ten of Pentacles. As a guidance, this card tells us a couple of things. The first one, it is the most important one. It is that this week, it is it's a turning point in your life, for what it seems. A turning point where you are going out of dependency. Like we said at the start, this is where your personal strength is gonna shine, okay? And you are to deny failure, you are to deny disappointments as well, your personal ones. And if people does not want to follow you into your direction of where you are to find yourself happy, they're welcome to leave. And that is going out of dependency from other people. And with the Ten of Pentacles as a guidance, you should not mourn if someone does not want to follow you where you are directing yourself. But there are other people who would want to follow you, people that you have turned your back on, or people that have turned their back on you for one or another reason, but now seeing you taking on the right path in your life, they would like to be a part of your life once again. And as a guidance here, the 10 of Pentacles tells you that, you know, maybe this time around they're trustworthy, and for that reason you should put them under a test to see how determined they are to be your follower, your companion, your lover, okay, or your business partner. So that being said, Gemini, this was your weekly general tarot reading, February 17th to February 23rd, 2020. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked it, guys. And once again, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website from which you can purchase some. And we're going to see each other around. Until then, bye.